Alright guys, young Jack back again. It's been a while. Ooh, I got my cat. I wasn't even expecting this. Hello Jack, you see this cat here? Found it sitting outside the entrance to your farm. I think it's a stray, poor little thing. I think it likes this place. Hey, don't you think this cat could use a good home? Farm could use a good cat. Will you adopt the cat? Yes. Choose a name. Let's do Delilah. Delilah. I think that's a good name for a cat. Well, hello, Delilah. You be a good kitty now, okay? Okay, so, I've done a bit of work since the last recording. Let's see. Most of it's been a lot of clearing out. I did do a couple of harvests of parsnips. I met everybody. I did a few. Ooh, rat problem. Oh yeah, that's right. So I did a few of the missions, met everybody, you know, a few side things like that. Not really that important. But there's a few things that I wanted to do that I was like, nah, let's get everybody involved with it, you know. So that's where we are. I'll as I go through town and stuff, I'll show you some of the stuff that I've done. Of course, I added in that cobblestone path that you can see up there. Right here. And that goes, and there's a frickin' stump right in the middle of it that I can't get rid of yet, but that goes up there. Yeah, I cleared out a bunch of this stuff so that we can get to the south entrance here. What is this here? It was a rock, maybe? No, it was probably a weed. Yeah, so, that's most of what I've been working on. But like I said, there's a few things, and actually, crapo. I need to go back to my farm and get some stuff for something that I wanted to do with you guys here. So, we're going up. We're going to my chest. And I don't want all that wood. Yeah, let's screw it. Let's take all the wood anyway. So let's go. Anything to pick up? No. Forging is always a good idea, especially when you're passing through here. There's always a lot of stuff there. Sometimes there's some stuff in town, but we're not interested in that right now. We want to go down to the beach. Yay, beach! So I hope you guys have been doing well in between last episode and this one. I hope I got my audio issues fixed. If not, let me know in the comments down below. I seriously turned down a whole bunch of the game volume, and I think my webcam microphone had been picking up the audio, so I just unplugged that and I'm using my headset mic. So there we go. That was the first thing. I wanted to finish this bridge because, like I was saying about forging before, this is a good place for a whole bunch of the sea stuff. So coral and the urchins and shells and apparently worms. Oop, that was just clay. Not that clay's not important. Clay is a good material, but still. So, I wanted to have you guys around when I fix that bridge. So, but then that'll be a good thing for me later on. Oh, I still haven't done those. Okay. I started placing some stuff in town, as you can see. I think I had done some up here. Did I tear all that up? Yeah, I tore all that up. Yep. And let's see, there's something about the town center. I did unlock the town center, I don't know, a day or two ago. I did not record that, unfortunately, but I think I can still do the... Where's the dudes? Oh look, I can't read that yet. So we'll go back and we'll go up to the mines, because that was another thing that got unlocked, but I have not been there yet. So, ooh, horseradish. Oh, fudge, my backpack's full. I can't go to the mine yet. But, if anybody notices how much money I have... Ooh. So if we go to the store, we might be able to fix that problem of me not having enough storage space. Or inventory space, as... No! Closed on Wednesdays. Oh, man. Why? Why would you be closed on Wednesdays? Why would I record on a Wednesday if I should have known that they were closed on Wednesdays? Very disappointing. So we shall ship some of this stuff. And put the wood back, put that back. And clear out some more stuff, why not? So, yeah, like I said, I hope you guys have been doing good. I hope I got my volume fixed. Really hoping a lot of things. I'm hoping to... I don't know, man. I don't know. As far as what else I want to record, that, like I said, I'm not sure. I need to get my second Raspberry Pi 3, and I need to get some of the programming stuff on my disk image for Raspberry Pis figured out. That's the big thing. It's a lot of controller stuff and a lot of ROM stuff too. Just the different ROMs and the configurations for each of those, because some of the main stuff that, and I'll probably never get everything figured out, because it seems like a lot of the ROMs, each one can be completely different from the next. You know, a lot of the Super Nintendo stuff works fine with the default settings, no problem. There were a handful of games that I found that I had to tweak the settings. The N64 stuff doesn't really work on a Raspberry Pi, to be completely honest. It's just an issue with how complex the N64 was to program, because I don't think many people realize the N64 was a true 64-bit system, meaning it ran 64-bit architecture as its processor. Didn't really have the ROM that was a good benefit from 64-bit architecture, but it ran 64-bit architecture. For the GameCube, Nintendo actually went back to a 32-bit processor. It was now a 128-bit processor, which I think those exist, but they're not mainstream at all. You know, it's just been within the past decade, really, that 64-bit processors became mainstream for home computer use. So that's where the complexity for running N64 games comes from, and the Raspberry Pi, trust me, is leaps and bounds ahead of what the N64 was. The Raspberry Pi 3 that I've been working with, I would say almost exclusively, but there was a weird point in time where I was working with Raspberry 2 at work. I can go into that in more detail in another episode, but basically the Raspberry Pi 3 is a 1.2 gigahertz quad-core 64-bit processor, but it's running all the N64 stuff in software emulation, so it's not taking full advantage of that hardware, or more, it is, but it has to emulate everything. It's very complicated. I sort of understand it, but it's hard to explain. You know, it's not, the games don't use the hardware directly. The games are using the software which is using the hardware, if that makes sense. So you run into issues where things just run abysmally, and some people claim to have gotten it working decently. I don't know, I haven't had any luck. I've tried a whole bunch of different things. I've overclocked the snot out of it and it still doesn't work. So I probably won't be playing any N64 games on it. But yeah, so that's been this episode. Maybe I'll record another episode here tonight to get that. Ooh, let's check TV. Oh, it's a rerun. To get the mine opened up and to get the frickin' backpack. But until then, I've been Jack, and stay tuned.